What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the next pillar in our loan launch playbooks, and that is going to be the Branding Revival Playbook. I'm really excited about this one. I think a lot of people have kind of a negative stigma about, posting online and organic and whatnot. And I'm here to give you a little bit of philosophy and a little bit of how to make this really easy and what you need to focus on as a mortgage professional. So first thing in this module, we do have a conceptual video. If you haven't watched that yet, go ahead and pause this one and watch that become an authority in your niche video. It will just give you a higher level as to why having these branding assets is important and useful. And then this video is going to be really more about the tactical end of how to create content. So one thing that I think all business owners, especially in the mortgage professional or profession, need to remember is that people need to be reminded more than they need to be taught. So just because you've said something once or posted about something once does not mean the audience is tired of hearing it. Oftentimes people are following, specifically because of that message. So they're going and they follow this page because they know it's a page that's going to remind them that they should, be doing this or that with their mortgage or, be a homeowner, not renting. So that's one thing that we want to, get good at is finding as many ways as possible to say the same thing. And as mortgage professionals, your message should be obviously, become a homeowner, have the best loan rates possible, utilize programs to leverage yourself, leverage your equity and whatnot, build wealth. And we want to find as many ways as possible to say that same thing. So this whole video is going to be kind of a tactical look at what you can do to put out, a lot of content without putting in a lot of time or energy or, having to keep up with this. So another thing I want to say up front, especially for mortgage professionals, it's not about, the quality of the, the filming and whatnot. It's about the quality of the content and the information you're giving. This, school Blackboard, very straightforward, informative type of video is actually making a huge comeback. People don't need all of the rah-rah, editing and effects and whatnot when it comes to this information stuff. So with that in mind, we're going to jump straight into it. And the whole point here is to get one long form piece of content that is going to feed, if we do it right, can feed your entire year of, posting. So first thing we're going to do is record a long form podcast or interview style video. So this can be anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour long. We have the questions here that should be asked. And let me go ahead and pull this up. All right. So keep in mind, this can be very natural. If you're someone who's really uncomfortable on camera, it is also okay for you just to record this. You can do this solo. You can ask, your significant other or a business partner or, a friend, really anybody just to sit down and ask you these questions. But if you can't find that, you can obviously just do this yourself and kind of run through the questions at hand. But you're going to go through these questions, sit in front of a camera, either on Zoom or in front of an iPhone, and you're going to be answering these questions, like I said, via podcast style, preferably on camera, but even a Zoom recording can be really good. So pretty straightforward. The over, the whole video, like I said, should be anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour long. And you're just going to record that and have that be the first piece of raw footage that we have. So I'm going to go ahead. I have a client interview that we did just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. All right, it's recording. So one thing on this is that we do want to, we want to download the highest version and the lowest version. So make sure we have a high quality version downloaded. But for these next parts, I'm going to download the lowest quality just because it'll be easier to upload and transcribe and everything. But for you, make sure we download highest quality possible. What we're going to do is now convert it to audio only. All right. So there's also a site online you can do this with. But what we're going to do is come here and do export as audio only. And it's going to go ahead and export. Also, if you don't have a Mac to easily export the audio only, you can use this converter tool, which we have in the module. Also, if you don't have a Mac to easily export as audio, there's a ton of free converter tools you can use to just convert it from MP4 or whatever it is into MP3. And this is in the module here as well. And I'll make sure you guys can access this. Okay, so now we have it converted to audio only. Then the last thing we're going to do is get it transcribed. So we're going to go ahead and transcribe. All right, so we're just going to use this free tool, and we're going to upload the MP3 that we just converted. I'll let this fully download. See if I can drag it here. Perfect. So now this is converting, and this is going to give us like the text transcription of the video. So this is your podcast. We've converted it into MP3. Now we're converting it into text. But what we're going to do from here is upload the transcription to ChatGPT with this prompt here. So we're going to go ahead and copy that, paste it in. Our file is done. Keep in mind, if it's a long video, it might take a few minutes to export, so be patient with it. But now we have gone ahead and gotten the long podcast recorded. We've exported the high quality version of it. We exported it to MP3 so that we could convert it into text. We went ahead and put the the prompt into ChatGPT. And now we're just going to go ahead and attach this file, the TXT. Allow that to upload, and then we're going to go ahead and let it work. So this analyzes the copy. It's going to tell me exactly where to cut the video and how to segment it. And it's also giving me the kind of the title, the caption, the summary of the video, which is what we're going to use for YouTube. So I'm not going to go into it too much, but the premise would be, we'll come over here and we'll pull up the video. So if this is your podcast that you're recording, you would come here and say, we're just going to come based on ChatGPT's response. So 0 to 330, we'd come here, come to 330, hit Command Y, erase the rest, hit done. And then we would save it as, the summary title that ChatGPT gave us. So why Chris Davis chose this program over others. Then obviously from there, we want to go over to YouTube. And just like our client Toby did here, we want to go ahead and set all of these as YouTube videos. So now we have a full podcast. That's going to be one video. And then we're going to also have, 4 to 6 smaller segmented videos that, are based on the information that were in the podcast. So that's giving us, 5 to 6 videos for our channel right there. And let me pull this up. You can see here we've cleaned up the client's dashboard. And you can see this is exactly what we did with them. We took the long form podcast and it was all chopped into multiple different videos. Now, the only thing I would have done on these videos that we are going to do is take it a step further, as shown in the membership, and make sure we get the thumbnails right. So we have a template here that you can use inside of Canva, and highly recommend grabbing like a screenshot from the video and using that as the background. You can use this template. I'm not going to go into that too much, but the thumbnail is really like the biggest piece of real estate. It's the main thing you can do for the algorithm. It's what's going to grab everybody's attention. So the thumbnail is really important. So I would take a second, make sure you get your thumbnails right. But now, at this point, we've recorded the podcast. ChatGPT has let us know, how to cut this into multiple videos. We've cut the video into multiple videos. So now we have that full one and multiple shorts. And you have the template to create the thumbnails. Now that we've done that, you're going to take this and say, all right, now that we've cut the main video into 4 to 6 smaller videos, please, choose 2 to 3 reels or shorts from each of these smaller videos. It should be 59 seconds or less, super valuable. And you can see from each video, it's going to go in and pick out 3 different or 2 to 3 different times where we should cut the video into shorts. So now for each of these smaller, 2 to 10 minute videos, you're going to have 3 shorts. And it's going to be the same thing. You're going to go to the, to your editor. There's also, if you don't have a Mac, there's an online video cutter. These are all free tools you can use to chop your video up. Once again, you don't need to have editing or transitions or any of that. Information is key. And right now we want to grow this bank of content. So now we would go ahead and chop the videos into shorts. If you want to go with a paid route to have someone kind of chop the stuff and edit it for you, we do have recommendations in here on how you can do that. Partners we use, and then platforms out there like opus.ai that'll help you cut it into shorts. But in my opinion, just going and using, cutting out that raw footage. When you go to upload it to YouTube, it's going to size it for shorts and whatnot. So really just making sure we have it cut at the times recommended by ChatGPT. So you can see now for each of these videos, we have 2 to 3 reels we can go pull. Then this is the segment about the YouTube thumbnails to make sure that for our main full podcast video and each of the 4 to 6 segments, we have, proper thumbnails. We have the blueprint in here for you. And then once we've posted, all 5 or 6 of those videos, we can then convert them into social posts. So what you can do is take the summary. We're going to copy and paste this and say, okay, for video 1, please do the following. And this is going to go ahead and cut it into interesting tidbits or questions that you can utilize then for posts, captions, etc. All right. So it's laying it out, gives, a bunch of different kind of variations of interesting posts, case studies, myths debunked, biggest mistakes, list of essentials, step-by-step guides. So now at this point, full podcasts, multiple videos, multiple shorts per video. We're now taking each smaller segment video and creating multiple social posts with it. We also have creative template and mortgage meme database where you can pull images for this. So now at this point, we should have all of this information. And then lastly, you can come here and say, okay, for a summary of this video, please write me a blog post. All right, so now at this point, we should have a main podcast video, a full summary blog post, 3 to 5 segmented, shorter YouTube videos. We'll say segmented is fine. 5 to 10 shorts or reels, 5 to 10 social posts with images, 5 to 10 texts that are or text only posts. And then this gives you roughly 35 pieces of content. You can definitely splice it out more. I'm trying to fit all of this in a relatively decent time frame for the training. But you can obviously continue to splice this out a whole hell of a lot more. So once we've done that, the thing that's going to really pull all this together and make this, easy moving forward and kind of a one-time job is going to be your social planner. So we're going to go ahead and pull up the social planner. And then first thing you're going to do is come to the settings icon here and make sure you connect all of your socials. So you want to make sure that everything is connected in here. And then what we're going to do is post all of this content in. So you're going to do new post. You can select all of the integrated platforms that you have connected. And we're going to post each thing. So first would be the full podcast episode. And obviously include the link to the episode. You can also customize for each channel. So first you can do Google My Business, then LinkedIn, then TikTok, and do it, separate for each. Or if you just want to, make it easier on yourself, you can do it all at once. Add in the, any of the copy or summary that you need. You can even add tags, select category, comment on your own post. And then you're going to go ahead and schedule out post, or if you hire someone, they can even schedule it for approval, but you would just go ahead and schedule out post, pick the date and time that you want this to go out, and it will display across all of these platforms for you. So you can see here, we have content going out, every day of the month, all different platforms. I have a couple that I need to reintegrate, but every single day of the month, content going out, videos, shorts, and we've only really created, 3 to 5 videos this month. So we're, able to really flush out everything just from a few videos and get a ton of content that can be used. We use the social planner here to get it all lined up. If we ever want to go change anything, we can. We can also track all of our stats and everything right from here. So yeah, really powerful. And this is what's going to allow you to kind of bring everything together. Last thing on that is if we go to sites, and this is going to be something where you can just also, every time we come out with you come out with a video or a piece of, a longer form piece of content, you can ask ChatGPT to, to create a blog post for you. So here's the blog, and you come in, create new post, give it the title, add your thumbnail, give it a description, and then you would, create the post and add the text, and voila. Then we have a blog going with all of our content. It backlinks to our site, so it helps with SEO. The YouTube videos help with SEO. We have all of our social stuff planned, and really all of this stemmed from just one podcast interview that we got done. So I hope you found this insightful. If you need any branding assets and you are a premium client with ours, you've signed up for the licensing program, you can use this form below, request any sort of branding assets you may need. If you need assistance with any of this, please feel free to reach out. But please, let's go ahead and run this play, get a podcast recorded, even if you're uncomfortable with it, even if it has to be audio only. But let's get some content up and start leveraging AI to help us get this all spliced out. So that's all I have for now, guys. Hope this one was helpful and look very much forward to seeing you on the next one. That will be the fourth pillar of the foundation.